It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Right to the air is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 15 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The numbers for Mixon last week: 18 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true in the ground and turns it loose. Good things happen downfield.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver one, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 39. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you know, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you're forcing the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
T. Higgins out on offense for the rest of his teammates for this next drive. Defensively, they didn't have an answer last drive. They're going to have to do something here. 5 catches alone on the previous series, a touchdown too.
And you and I both know that defensive coordinators tell us all the time, we don't wait for halftime for adjustments, things of that nature, right? We adjust series to series. Well, I think sometimes you need to adjust play to play because that last series, he absolutely shredded them. I've got to send more people his way and make someone else beat me on the next drive if I'm the defense.
Got to do something. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches, and T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver, that allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", ability to flat-out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a catch right side by Evans. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he will reach the
completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return is Duvernay. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Devin Duvernay. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What, 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Browns last week got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. Looking left side. Andrews with it complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Open man downfield is Duvernay. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now Burrow on 1st down and connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now it's Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. McPherson's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts.
Now a hit and a loose football. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL. Week 2. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. Robert Woods, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. The quick feet by Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were 3-point winners a week ago. They lead by 3 here as well as they start 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down. Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And able to elude 1 tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone structure here because they start the tight end on the left side of formation and send him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
McPherson's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You you want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? They were no pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson now. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Heck of a move. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a toss here, short side. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Burrow will throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Odafe Owe in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. His throw incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Jackson Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Second down, 8 yards to go. On second down, it's Edwards. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
Third down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete. With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Tucker's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
So Burrow and the Bengals down 24-23.
A minute 16 remaining. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down.
Throwing, Burrow. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Burrow. That's complete to Chase.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now Burrow. Connecting with Mixon.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here comes second down. To throw, Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Time certainly a factor. Under 40 to play. Second down. Burrow.
And he rifles one incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field. Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start down?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Cincinnati, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1.
And this one features Hunter Henry. He was great a week ago, hanging 129 yards on the opposing secondary. It's the Patriots and the Dolphins on Sunday night.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup planned out, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his 2nd year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back to Pro Bowl form in this one.
A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the counter, it's Stevenson.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
You talk.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The throw right sideline here is complete, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Up the middle with Barkley.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. There's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Again, it's Barkley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Jones throw here taken in by Parker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Jones. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne from 3 yards out. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. A first down carry for Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 35, here's the 2nd and 8.
They'll set up a throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Barkley inside handoff. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Out route to Hill, complete.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They're going to look to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 3.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley gets past one man, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Sanders' kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England's offense set to go. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. That's Bourne, got it on the slant.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Pass complete once again to Bourne.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Targets Parker, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. A throw to Parker, complete on the slant. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Gesicki. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Ryland for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Down the numbers. There he goes. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. On 3rd down, Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So now Jones and the Patriots down by 13, 80 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They come up now on 2nd and 2. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Jones. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as... It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their third year.
Okay, ready? Somebody can freeze the defense.
Now a two-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Well, we're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop the throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 6. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Jeudy fell just shy of his first 1,000-yard season last year and showed just how good a playmaker he can be. One big reason why the Broncos have told everyone he's staying in Denver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion goes Patrick. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man here. It's K.J. Hamler. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
With that lack of pass defense, they do make up for it in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We'll give a mulligan to Gregory's first year in Denver. Had a couple of sacks and forced fumbles early before an injury knocked him out until December. They're counting on his excellent skills to come to the front in 2023.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Back to throw here. In trouble, and he's taken down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Wilkins, not known as a sack artist, only 8 combined in his last 2 seasons, but almost 100 tackles and a pair of forced fumbles for the Finns last season.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Here's a give to Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. We're going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Looking to throw. It is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. Back to throw again. Same connection. Dulcich once again. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Short throw caught by Dulcich. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Marr able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This one goes out wide for Barkley. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A handoff to Barkley, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the Meadowlands, an AFC East matchup between New England and the New York Jets. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. It's Mac Jones with a touchdown pass there. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Deshaun Watson, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Denver.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw. They'll get 5 out of the scramble, it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. There he goes left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does Bucs have first down yardage. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, sometimes windows in terms of football that exist when you're between the 20s. They don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. He'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They're going to look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end, Malali Cox, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Saquon Barkley takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, man, it's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now here's Barkley. Good footwork at the 30. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll run again. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young.